Hi guys, and today we're going to create a character. We're gonna generate the image first and then generate the mesh from it. So everything AI. I discovered this way recently and like it so far. You can easily get the character with the animation and the rig, everything is included. So we will try to make a swimmer and put it in max in the scene, and let's see how it's gonna go, because I haven't prepared any yet, so we're gonna make it together. Okay, so here I am in Meshi AI channel, or sorry, website, and we have to click here on workplace, and here there's the main tools of that. So we need to go to image here on the left and type a prompt, what you want to generate. Here, what I was trying before, some zombies and the guy. But now what I want to try is a swimmer. So let's type, let's say, a man, um, 40 years old, bald, uh, in swim shirts. Yeah, aspect ratio 1:1, that's fine, and the number of images, let's go with 2. No stylization, a pose. Yeah, it's important to pick the pose if you want to rig later your character and give it animation. So I would pick A, and from my experience, T pose is not the best. So generate. Let's see. All right, so the result is not what I want. I think we should try to do with the reference images. So let's test it. I'm gonna copy my prompt here. Maybe I should add also photoreal, and yeah, real, maybe vertical aspect ratio. Yeah, number of copies 1, and let's grab some images. So swim shirts man. Oh, maybe it's just because I'm bad in English. It's written swim. It should be written swim like this. Oh. Yeah, let's put the shorts anyway. I don't know. So just hover there and click Control V, and a pose. Let's try one more time. Okay, that's better now. Yeah, let's just use this one, because we can make it better, forever. And yeah, learn English, because that will speed up the process. So yeah, let's use this guy, and let me just download the image. Now, when we have an image, we are going to model a mesh. So model tab here on the left, and we have to drag and drop our image, or take it from the folder, swim asset, and this one. Yes. So we have two options here, standard or low poly. I tried low poly, it's beta, and it's not there yet, in my opinion. So standard is working better. AI model, currently it's Meshish 6, but I don't know, that's okay. Image enhancement, yes, why not? Multi-view, nope, I haven't tried this one, but from the image you see that you can upload, if you have photos, let's say, from other sites and generate better version. And the pose, we are gonna pick a pose, yes. And the license, as I understand, this one not private. It can be used by any other artists and can be sold, bought, and commercial use. But this one private will be your own, as from what I get. Okay, so let's generate the mesh. Here on the right side, you see the tasks and jobs. These are iterations of one job. So I had one character, then I applied the textures and rigged, and yeah, I had a cat. And here our new guy gonna appear soon. Okay, so yeah, here's our mesh, looking quite nice, quite precise. Yeah, well, my advice, always count the fingers, because trust me, till these days it still can do the mistakes. One character that I made previously, this one had 6 fingers. I thought we passed this issue, but no. And here you can check the mesh. So these are triangles. And there's an option you can remesh that to polygons. To be honest, I like to remesh in Max because here it did not the nice job for me. Maybe at the time you watch it, it will be much, smarter and better. But for now, I would skip doing it here. So yeah, let's now apply a textures. So first you generate the mesh, then you apply the textures, and then you can you rig. You can rig this one right now, but you will not be able to apply textures after that. So let's apply the textures. Down there, there's a button, texture. So yeah, you can type input or image input. We're gonna use ours, what we had. And same AI model, remove lighting, yes please, and generate PBR maps, yes please, and HDR textures, yes. So let's generate. So our textures are applied, and look at this, quite nice. I'm not used to this rotation, navigation in the scene. Yeah, so this is quite raw, and these drone eyes are looking funny. Again, that's for the crowd. Nice, good. Not for the hero characters. Although I think with the remodeling, remeshing, that's a good base. Yeah, let's count the fingers. So it's 5 and 5, that's fine. And we, I think, ready to rig and animate. So here, yeah, by the way, on the top here, you can change the lighting to check how it looks, the model. So flat lighting with the background lighting environment settings, and here you can change the situation, HDRI, Alex Studio, soft, outdoor. Yeah, nice preview. So let's now use the animations. So animate tab. And here it says that rig needs to be, the model needs to be rigged. So I hit rig. And here, quite familiar to, I think, many of us, that's a Mixamo approach. So here on the right side, you see a good example, good model and bad model. Bad model is when it's not T pose or A pose. Any other poses are not good. and now they have humanoids, yes, and quadruped present. Quadruped dog, quadruped cat will be soon. We'll see. Yeah, so for now, character human is okay. Next, now it tells you that you have to position the character to be symmetrical and specify the points on the body for the rig. So chin usually is lower. I don't know why, and the rest usually are good at the position of the markers. Maybe elbow a bit, yeah, knee, yeah, it's quite precise, and confirm. So now it will take some time to rig the character. And after that, we can use this library of the movements. I can already search for swim. And we have this swim forward. All right. So by default, it applies the walking animation. So we can check how it looks. Looking fine. And here you can switch on and off how the bone structure look like, the skeleton. All right, let's say we are satisfied with that. Let's apply the animation. So I hit add, it adds the animation to it. And all the added animations will appear here if you click on this tab. And you have to wait for the animation to be loaded, to be added, and then you can add another one. It cannot do it simultaneously. Okay, we have a message that it's added. Yeah, I just spotted that. Yeah, again, the weights here are a bit wrong. Yeah, could be better. Okay, let's add the animation. So here our guy is swimming, but you probably noticed that it's not in place, the animation. Some of them are in place, some of them are not. Here you can categorize in place, but not many of those are in place. But we can fix it in Max after the exporting. I will show you how. So we have a guy and we are ready to download. It will ask us the how you want to export the format. Three formats: FBX fine by me, rigged character yes. So this rigged character will be saved as a file, separate file with the a pose character without keyframes. Animation, yes, it will include animation of swimming and running, I think, as well. Animation current, all added if we would add more than one. Current is fine as is. And with the skin, without skin, yeah, we can keep without skin because we need just an animation, just a skeleton. And we have skinned a pose character. Yeah. So by the way, if you pick multiple animations, it will ask you if you wanna save them in one single file, bake in one FBX all the animations. In Max you will receive it as takes, like take swimming, take running, take jumping, etc. I checked that and discovered that it mismatching the name of the animation and animation itself. So if you pick jump, it will run like this. So, but if you hit the option here, it will appear here. Hit the option save separate, save separately each animation in a separate file. That will be correct and fine. So now it's good. We have just to check the frame range. My file will be 25, so it's 25 and download. So it called it open arms on the beak. I guess it was beach, but it didn't put the H. Okay. AI. Extract all. Fine. So I can delete this archive, and yeah, it for some reason puts one folder into the same folder. Again, that's weird. I guess it explained somehow. Yeah, fine. So what's in the folder? We have here two FBX files. One is the character output, that's the A pose character without keyframes, and animation file. Yeah, here's the textures. 4 textures, metallic, diffuse, and roughness and normals. For some reason, it gives the name to all of the maps, but the diffuse map. So in diffuse, it's nothing. It's just, yeah, it's not adding. So I'm adding usually here diffuse, and this will help to make faster the material in 3ds Max. So let me show you how it works. This is my clean scene in Max. File, import the character output file. This is the character without animation. So here I'm keeping add and update animation and option end. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Character it's in the scene. So mesh, bones. So now what I suggest to do, first let's make a material as I promised. So, and here I have nice, I mean, not me, like everyone has the import PBR material option. And here you can specify the folder from where you want to get all the textures. So I'm specifying the folder. Oh, that's the wrong folder. This one. So it shows me the textures that assume to be a PBR textures. It assumption comes from the naming, of course. So base color, metalness, normal roughness. It found these words in the names of the files here, and that's actually correct. But if I would not rename my diffuse and keep it just 0, it would not find it and give this error. So it gave some error for the other texture, texture 0 PNG. Okay, I don't know what that is. And yeah, so now down there we have some options what to do when it's compiled the texture. So populate material editor, yes, put it in material editor. Assign to selection, yeah, we can select the character and it will automatically assign the material. Add to material library, we have an option like this, and yeah, create the material. Before creation, just quickly touch these settings. So here, here are the so-called wildcards. So everything that is EXR, JPEG, PNG, etc. will be read by this program, by this plugin, whatever, and other stuff like 10K. If in the naming of the texture you have, let's say 4K, it will use this map for generating the material. Same for other stuff. Like what can be considered as base color albedo, color, base color, diffuse albedo. If these words in the naming, it will be used, this map. So, and you can add your own if you want. So I'm good with that, and create the material. Yeah, material created and applied here. I checked V-Ray works nicely with the PBR materials, so I didn't have to convert into V-Ray. Now I want to implement the animation. So I import that second file, swing forward frame, etc. Open, and now I'm changing the file content to update animation to keep the bones and to keep the skin, but update the keyframes. Okay, and the animation had been applied. So far, so good. So let me quickly explain why not in placed character is a bad thing for us, because if you want to play this animation in loop, it will finish the cycle and then start again from this position. But we usually need animation to be looped, so it will continue to travel forward. That's why we have to keep the character in place and animate the position of the root bone. So to fix this, we have simply to select the hip bone and check by which axis the character moves by. So it's by y-axis, I assume. So yes, and we have to find the keyframes of the hips position y and just remove all these keyframes. But don't forget that you have to remove it. Meanwhile, your time slider is on 0 frame. So removed, and now the character is swimming only in place. Yeah, Shift G, just hide and open the geometry. So yeah, and by the way, let's see how many frames it has, because I don't know. Let's say 50. So latest frame would be 114 frames, counting 0 as well. The full cycle. So what now I'm going to do is save this animation. So I select everything in the scene, go into animation tab, and here I hit save animation and call it swim or swimming. Here in the segment, I specify the length, so it's 100, from 0 to 113. Save animation. Right. Now, what I think the most right way, correct way, and easy way to do with FBX characters, with animations, is to save another file. So we import again our output character, a pose without any animations, update animation, okay. And here we are starting to implement the animation. So I'm selecting again everything I have in the scene. I'm going to Graph Editor, Motion Mixer. In Motion Mixer, you can add or adjust the animations let me just show you. So I select everything and then hit Add Max Objects. It will show me the whole tree of the objects. So add. And here it created a timeline where I can put my animations, which I saved previously. So I click a right-click button and new click from files. Here I can select my file, load animation, and it will load it in the timeline. In this same manner, you can put more and more animations and stack them, make layers, and make, by the way, the soft transition in between two movements. Let's say it's a run and it's a jump. You can smooth out movement, so it will be smoothly finishing the running and starting to jump. But for us, we have only this animation, so it's loaded. And now I can export this as a separate file. So export selected. Yep, one more thing I wanted to talk about before exporting is to lowering the polygons, because let's say if one character like this is okay, but for the crowd you definitely need a lower poly version. So how I did that previously is selecting the skin and cutting out the modifier, keeping it selected, adding retopology modifier, and putting here the number, let's say 2000 polygons. That's a target for me. And UV channel, so it will keep the UVs on the model after remeshing. And let's compute. Okay, yeah, that's low poly model. So now, if let's say I'm satisfied with this model, I can, yeah, let's make it a bit bigger. The number. So if this is good for me, I'm baking this mesh and pasting back that skin. So it will work even after that. All right, when it's done, I can export this character, swimmer low poly, and start and frame will be like this. Okay. So here I am in my previous scene. So I'm importing that character that I saved previously and add an update animation. Okay. And here's my character. So let's now animate this one. Previously I had this placeholder, this box, imitating my swimming character. So let me create a helper object, helper point, slightly bigger, and align it to the hip, which is this one. Oh, that's my other helper. So like this, and now I'm gonna link this hip bone to the helper. Let's properly select it from the tree. So hips, link. Oh yeah, hip is here. Okay, select the hip. Now if I animate my helper object, it will move the whole character. And let's animate the swimming. So the swimming. So let's go to frame 0 and hit K. And the last frame will be somewhere here. So we have to make it loopable, this animation. Let me select this swimmer. I select everything. And then in the curve editor, we can do next. So I select everything in the scene, I mean all the keyframes, and here out of range type, we just hit loop. The animation will be looped, so let's check that. Yep, loop is working. And this is it. So I hope this is useful, and please ask me or show me what you've done. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I think this is useful stuff. So it's not maybe super high quality, high end, but again, for the crowds, I tried, and this is amazing how you can easily from one image make a few unique characters. That's super cool. So see you in the next one.